Ladies and gentlemen, it's Rick. Welcome back to a brand new YouTube video. Hope you guys are having a good day. And I literally was about to make a separate video for today when I stumbled across this video right here on my YouTube feed. I read the title and I knew I had to react to it for you guys. This is a video from Blame Truth, the COD father himself, and it says, "Welp, the Battlefield 6 community is retarded. Holy shit, this is gonna be bad." I have not watched a single second of this video, so I want to see what he has to say, give you guys my opinions as well. I would love to know what you guys think in the comment section below. I know the comments are gonna go crazy. Please, for the love of God, try to stay civil. But as always, make sure you guys hit that like button, smack it like it did something dirty to you, subscribe if you have not already. But other than that, let's get into the video. Oh boy, I'm nervous.
Blame Truth here, and I'm back, and I realized that this title, the title of this video, may ruffle some feathers.
Oh yes, it will.
It needs to be said. Keep in mind, I have 20 to 30 minutes of stuff to get through, so don't judge a book by its cover.
Okay.
Hear out what I have to say. I have found in my time of playing Call of Duty and my time of playing Battlefield that it's almost two sides of the same coin. On one side, the Call of Duty side, Bobby Kotick and the rest of the Activision suit and ties can come and kick the customer in the fucking nuts, fuck their girlfriend right in front of them, and the customer will still shell out money for them. They'll just sit there, spread their cheeks, doesn't matter if there's lube or not, and just take it.
Wow, very detailed to start off the video, Blame Truth. I hope you guys can, kind of picture that in your mind of spreading the cheeks without lube. Kind of crazy, but he's not wrong. He's not wrong when he says that. A lot of people in the Call of Duty community, I guess you can even include myself, unfortunately, I have to admit it, we get shit on by the developers, by the people that own the company, but that develop the game, and yet we still play it. Now, me personally, I don't give this company money. I don't buy the game. I don't buy stuff in the game, like skins or bundles or whatever. I don't do that because I don't support what they have been doing for the past few years. But there are people that will do that, even though they dislike the game. Very odd to me, very confusing, but he has a point. A lot of people, now I mean a lot, are just having that COD little type of brain where we just, no matter what, we're addicted to it. It's hard to get rid of. It is. It is.
On the other hand, Battlefield's community seems to be more of a Karen variety. Now, not all of the communities like this.
Wow.
In fact, there are some very level-headed people there, but a good chunk of the community, dare I say, are just fucking retarded Karens.
Oh my God. Okay. Now, I'm going to make sure I make this clear at the start of the video, give you guys my honest take. There are bad people in both communities. There are bad people in all communities of every single game that is out there. To say this, I'm not going to lie, is wild from Blame Truth. I want to hear what he has to say. We're going to have an open mind to it. But to say these people in the Battlefield community are retarded is just crazy. Let's see.
It's actually crazy to me how different both are, but both are equally as annoying. And I have to call it out and just be the beacon of reason, the logical one here, and say we need to meet somewhere in the middle with both franchises.
But I like that he admits that the Call of Duty community is just as bad. That is a good thing because they both really are.
Regardless, I have a bunch of stuff I want to cover in this video, and let's just get right on into it, shall we?
Let's do it. Come on.
Sit down and ready your fork and knife for some meat and potatoes because, viewer, I got a lot I want to get off my chest.
I don't watch much of Blame Truth, okay? I gotta be honest with you. I like some of his opinions. Majority of his opinions are very close to mine, so I do, like his takes. Not everything, but sometimes it is difficult for me to watch some of his videos because he screams a lot. I hope he doesn't scream too much because my audio will be screaming through your guys', microphones, or not microphones, through the headset, whatever you're watching this through. And sometimes it's difficult for me to watch him because I don't know if it's legit or not, so it's kind of difficult. But yeah, let's see what he has to get off his chest.
So where do I even start in this video? Undoubtedly, I'm going to piss some people off with this one, but I have to speak the truth. You might not like hearing it, but it needs to be spoken regardless, okay? I guess I can start with Black Ops 7 here. Now, guys, I'm sorry. It's actually taken me a while to make this video, not because I don't want to make the video, but because every single time I cover Black Ops 7, I am liable to fall the fuck asleep. I don't know what it is about this game, but I am so motherfucking checked out. Maybe it's just me. Comment.
I think it's probably because if it wasn't for the no SBMM, if it wasn't for, you know, the positive changes that they made over the past month because of Battlefield 6, let's just be real here, you still feel like you're playing the same game again for the next year. And it's just Black Ops 6 2.0. That's the truth. And it's just a little bit more of a futuristic version. So maybe that's why it's not as exciting. I don't really blame him. There's a lot of content out there that's coming to the game. So I am excited for it. I am excited to see how the game plays, especially with no SBMM. I'm not excited at all for Warzone, but I do get where he's going there. And I'm going to guess that's why. Let me know what you guys think. Are you guys excited for it? I know a lot of you guys aren't. I'm loving Battlefield 6. So even if it is shit, Black Ops 7, we're still fine. We got a good game right here.
Below and let me know if you're the same way. Like, looking at Black Ops 7 anything just drains my energy. I feel like Black Ops 7 is just calling from what we do in the shadows. It's sucking the life out of me. I just get so tired. I'm not making that up for the video or whatever. I'm not trying to be a character. I'm not trying to be entertaining. This shit makes me narcoleptic. Dude, I tried to watch the multiplayer launch trailer. I made it like 50 seconds into the minute and 20-second trailer before I thought I was gonna pass the fuck out, man. Let me give you Exhibit A here. Okay, tell me if you get sleepy looking at this image.
Okay. Just looking at this, I haven't watched any of these except for the multiplayer launch or the launch trailer, whatever this is, at the top left. The rest of these I have seen on Twitter here and there, and I'm really confused what the marketing strategy is for Black Ops 7. I know this isn't the point of the video. I'm going to go real quick here. I just am looking at these. I don't understand the replacer. Somebody please let me know what this guy has to do with anything. But this is really dog shit marketing in my opinion. I'm just going to say that. As he still snores.
I have seen it all, and I do not care. Judging from the views, no one else really does either.
No, nobody does.
My God, man. I just, it's so fucking boring. I haven't said that in a while, but it is. It is boring. So even though Call of Duty is giving us just the most boring marketing ever, I mean, everything in Black Ops 7 is just stuff we should have got 5 years ago, to be completely honest with you.
Yes.
It just looks like a poor man's Black Ops 3 to me still, even with no SBMM. So I'm trying my hardest to be excited for it. I really am. I swear I'm not just saying this for the video. I just, it's so hard to give a fuck. It's so hard to care anymore. But even with this stitched together game, Call of Duty may inevitably win the war against Battlefield for the simple fact that the Battlefield 6 community is so stupid.
Wow.
I mean, when I show you what I'm gonna...
That is a wild take. I'm gonna see how... I don't know how the community can make the game... I don't know, because like the Battlefield 6 community, I keep hearing wants the game to be less like COD. But somehow he's saying that the Battlefield community is going to make Battlefield worse. And COD's going to win? I don't understand that.
I'm going to show you. You will see exactly what I am talking about. I've been gathering evidence over the past couple of days to show you guys everything. I have receipts here, okay? After a brief word from this video's sponsor, we're going to get into that. And we're going to get into some more Call of Duty drama. Stay tuned.
I'm not gonna lie, man. I don't know how this guy gets so many sponsors. The best thing YouTube has ever done is put this jump ahead thing right here. You just jumped right through the whole sponsorship. Love to see it. Love to see it. Hey, Blame Truth, keep doing your thing. Get those sponsorships. Get that money. It's a business. I respect it. But holy hell, how does he keep getting these sponsors? Your boy hasn't had one. I'm just kidding.
All right, guys. Welcome back to the video. I gotta open up a Blamewiser for this one straight away.
The bait and switch. What the hell?
Set that down. Listen, man, listen. This might not look like a crazy thread, but let me just go over everything before I get into more and more evidence here for why the Battlefield community, at least half of them, are stupid as fuck. And I'm sorry, I understand I'm like burning the candle at both ends here.
I want to know how
he has piss off the COD and the Battlefield community, but I need to talk about this.
I want to know why he thinks it's half of them. That's a big number, man.
So this is a thread. The bait and switch of Battlefield 6. Nothing illustrates the drastic tonal shift of BF6 from launch to Season 1 better than these two images.
What?
Now, you might be asking yourself, what in the fuck is this loser talking about?
I have no idea.
If you're sane, you're going to be saying that, at least. I think you are. But just take a look at this post and the people that upvoted it. I cannot believe this. Check this out. 20,000 upvotes. The launch branding felt like the core BF we've all missed. The 4 anonymous soldiers, seen only from behind, communicated that this game is about nameless fighters thrown into all-out war. The gritty, desaturated color palette set the tone. A squad caught in the chaos, witnessing a massive event unfold.
Did this guy really post on Reddit an AI-generated response as to why those two images somehow made Battlefield lose the love from Battlefield fans? Are you serious? He literally, this is no, there's no way this is not AI generated. I'm telling you right now, nameless fighters, gritty, desaturated color palette, set the tone. A squad caught in the chaos. Nobody speaks like that. That's AI generated, without a doubt.
Exactly the kind of cinematic warfare moments Battlefield fans love. Then came Season 1. After barely 18 days of that grounded atmosphere, this new branding looks ripped straight from Call of Duty and seems to represent a broader shift. The characters now stand front and center, posing under studio lighting, each seemingly auditioning for their own hero franchise.
This is such AI generated, but I'm so confused. How is this new branding apparently just like Call of Duty? I don't, because the characters are now standing front and center instead of, weren't they front and center in the other one?
The classic subtle orange accent from the launch artwork has been replaced with a loud, glossy orange that dominates half the frame. I'm sorry, this is so retarded. I have to drink some more beer. Give me just a second. All right. The game can be fun to play, but it's simply not what was sold to us. We're only a couple of weeks in, and EA are already backtracking on promises that make up the core Battlefield experience. I'm reminded of the first BF 2042 trailer that convinced everyone DICE understood what fans wanted, and then, well, we all remember how that went. What we're left with is a Call of Duty game wearing a Battlefield skin marketed as a return to form for the BF3/BF4 era that never arrived.
Now, I'm a Call of Duty player. I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm a Battlefield player, an experienced Battlefield veteran, but I am very familiar with Call of Duty, and I just played a few matches of Black Ops 6 the other day on stream because, you know, the audio in Battlefield 6 was pissing me off, so I was like, fuck it, and I went to Black Ops 6. That was even a worse mistake I can make. But I played both games, and Battlefield does not feel like anything Call of Duty currently is. I don't know how this is a Call of Duty game wearing a Battlefield skin. I don't understand that. Maybe because some people are sliding and doing some jumps here and there, but it does not play like Call of Duty whatsoever. I don't understand. Maybe because they added a battle royale and you guys might think that is more like Warzone. But the gameplay itself, the gunplay, the graphics, the explosions, everything, the maps, it's nothing like Call of Duty. My honest opinion. If you guys think it is, that's fine. You guys can explain why in the comments. But I don't understand what this AI generated message that this person posted is even trying to say.
I'm sorry, I'm about to crash the fuck out here. Let me just take another swig of beer. I'm sorry, I'm drinking this fast. I understand that. But
just to let you guys know, if you're having some struggles, you know, dealing with internet stupidity, not the best idea to drink beer. Blame Truth can do what he wants. He's a grown-ass man. But, you know, from the Rick himself trying to tell you guys, you youngins, not a good idea to just drink beer because you're getting a little stressed out. It's not a good hobby. It's going to get you fat. And brain cells will be lost. I know we lost a lot by reading this. Well, brain cells will be lost.
This is so stupid, okay? Now, I want to give credit to the Battlefield community here because not everyone is like this.
Of course.
It's about 50-50 and maybe even 60-40 on the side of the logical people that won't write out this drivel. And by write out this drivel, it gets worse. One of the reasons I was drinking a lot there, because I noticed this, and maybe you did too if you have a sharp eye, this post seems to be written by AI.
Not seems, it is 100%. There's no doubt. I will put my left nut on the line. That is the one that hangs lower than the right one, okay? It's bigger. It weighs a few grams more. I will put my left nut on the line that it's AI generated, without a doubt.
I am not joking. Look at the stupid dashes and stuff like that. It's the dead giveaway that AI has written this slop. And 20,000 plus people upvoted this shit. I want to make something perfectly clear here, okay? I don't want you guys to take this the wrong way. I want you to just really take this in as someone who's been playing FPS since, I say Half-Life 1, 2001. Technically speaking, I've been playing since GoldenEye on N64. When was that? 97
what in
or
the
whatever?
hell is this?
Turok 2 on the N64 as well. Half-Life 1 was just the first one I managed to beat at the time. Regardless, I've been playing.
This guy is an unk, man. He is old. Blame Truth. What the hell were those screenshots? I have never seen that in my life.
First-person shooters for the better part of 30 fucking years.
Holy shit.
Listen to me when I say this, okay? Battlefield 6 is a good game. It's a good FPS.
So fun.
On the multiplayer front. It just fucking is. If I had to give it a rating in its current state, even with the bugs and the bug fixes that haven't yet gone through, I'd probably give it an 8.5 out of 10.
Respectable.
It's solid as hell, and it can only get better or worse. We don't know yet, but it can only get better with time. It appears that DICE is listening. They actually listen.
A lot of changes coming to the game. Very, very good changes because there's some bugs, a lot of bugs in this game that need to be addressed, and it's good to hear that they continue to update the community, that those changes are coming, so that's awesome.
They listen to the people that hate the color blue and don't want this skin. They listen to the people that don't want the bright colors. As you
Serious question to all you guys in the comment section. This right here was the original, I believe, monster skin or whatever it was going to be, and then people were complaining it's too bright, and that's the new one over there on the way right. Is this really for you Battlefield players? And straight up, I don't care what operators look like. I honestly don't. But was this really a big deal? Was that blue skin before really a big deal? I don't care. Like, again, if you guys want this shit out of here and you just want normal players, totally fine by me. I don't look at operators. I don't give a fuck. I don't buy them. I don't care about them. But yeah, this was a big issue to a lot of people. Really. Let me know.
You can see here, they listen to the people that don't want to play REDSEC for the challenges. They are very good at listening. We have to give them that. What I'm afraid of is that they listen to people like this and completely lose to Call of Duty. Like, in an attempt to please everyone, they please no one. They're getting pulled in 8 different directions. And
wow, that is a great point by Blame Truth. If they try to listen to everybody and make everybody happy, they're going to make the entire fan base of Battlefield 6 unhappy because it's going to be pulling in every direction and just no one will be happy. Great point. I do believe that there are some devs there, and obviously we have to remember who made this game. It's one of the prime OG Call of Duty creators is in the lead of Battlefield 6, so I have a lot of trust in that. So I don't think they're going to be listening to people, you know, saying this is a lot like Call of Duty, blah, 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 because I don't think it is. Maybe they make some adjustments here and there, but great point by Blame Truth. These companies, even Call of Duty themselves, cannot listen to everybody. They have to just find what made the game itself the best, whether it's the Battlefield side or the Call of Duty side, and just try to make it like it used to be. That's what they should do.
Don't know where to go, so they just constantly fumble and lose the entire player base. I am genuinely worried about that.
I don't think they will.
As someone who really likes Battlefield 6. I mean, guys, I don't really want to play Black Ops 7 this year because I played the beta of Black Ops 7 And it's just not as satisfying. It's not as fun as Battlefield 6, in my opinion. The gunplay in Black Ops 7, if I can be completely honest, it doesn't hold a candle to Battlefield 6. Battlefield 6, it's just so much more satisfying to get kills and to blow shit up.
I agree.
And it just looks better, it sounds better, it plays better, it feels better, it's better. I think objectively,
two different games, two different type of gameplay styles, but I do think it's more satisfying to do very well about Battlefield because just to me, it's just more strategic. It takes a little bit more, I don't know about if skill is the right word, but just, thinking. It takes more thinking and positioning to be able to do better, whereas Call of Duty is just run and gun, run and gun, run and gun.
And I'm sorry for the Treyarch fans out there. I just don't think Treyarch's gunplay, how satisfying it is to kill people and how the guns feel, I just don't think it holds a candle to Battlefield 6 and even, dare I say, Infinity Ward's Call of Duties. And even, dare I say, Sledgehammer's. I don't know why Treyarch's games, their gunplay just
Infinity
comes across
Ward is dog
as weak
shit
for the most part, especially in the last couple of years.
Infinity
I'm
Ward
not
is
sure what
ass.
it is, man, but it just isn't very satisfying to shoot in the game, in my opinion. But aside from that, the reason the game is so boring, Black Ops 7, I mean, is this. And if you disagree, let me know in the comments section. But hear me out. I think I'm speaking the truth here, okay?
Let's go. Let's see it.
Call of Duty is stuck playing the hits. What they're bringing us right now in 2025 is what we should have got back in 2020. They've strayed so far from what they were. We're playing catch up now. Like, we're playing catch up. We're 5-6 years behind at this point. It's like Call of Duty.
I think we're 5-6 years behind in terms of the matchmaking. The servers I hear are getting adjusted, and maybe the anti-cheat gets a little better. Gameplay wise, I don't know if I agree with that because of the Omni movement. Now they're making some changes to the Omni movement, to the sliding, so that's good. But I don't know if this is what Call of Duty wanted back 5-6 years ago. It is game, like I said, matchmaking, servers wise, hopefully anti-cheat wise, but I don't know if I agree about, the actual game itself, the gameplay, if it were 5 or 6 years behind. I don't know. We're definitely not going the right direction, in my opinion, but
lost its identity when it tried to be Fortnite's creepy uncle, leading gamers back to the Cosby Suite. Which is a real thing that some of these developers at Activision Blizzard had, by the way. Yeah, pretty disgusting, right? And yet, no one really talks about this, but I digress. I ain't getting paid from nobody, so fuck them all! But
what? Wow, I never saw that before. That is, ooh, that's a headshot from Blame Truth, man.
But back to the main topic here, okay? Battlefield 6. I like playing the fucking game, all right? I am happy that after like 6 years, I have a shooter that doesn't give me AIDS. And I'm sick of this community complaining about the stupidest shit. If I'm telling you to stop complaining, you have gone too far, motherfuckers. Can I get an amen in the chat?
Hey, wow. Whoa, okay.
Can I get, this video was amazing, learned a lot, if you agree with me? Like, there are real issues with Battlefield 6. The map size is maybe too small. The bloom bug is a thing. I would like them to address bugs faster. They're a little slow with it, to be completely honest with you. There is a bug that I didn't even know was a huge problem because I'm seeing all these complaints flood the feed about like colors. They don't like the color blue and this color green's too neon or whatever. And posts like this, the game is just Call of Duty now that Season 1 has launched and there's a battle royale in a store. Like, it's just the stupidest shit. Meanwhile, the devs aren't hearing the actual complaints about the gameplay that would make the game even better.
I will not lie, they have taken a little longer than I thought to fix some of these bugs. And there's a lot of bugs that still need to be fixed. A little concerning.
You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying here? Like, they're listening. DICE is listening. But are they listening to the right thing? That is what I am worried about.
That's a great point. I'm not going to lie. The fact that they were taking time to, make the colors less bright, like for that blue operator, or completely get rid of that operator without telling anybody, and then that green one making the green less green, I guess. putting a lot of time into that. I understand there a lot of people were upset, which is fine. It is what it is. That's the Battlefield community. If they don't want that in their game, listen to the majority of the Battlefield community. I personally didn't care. It is what it is. Again, I'm a COD player, but yeah, they need to fix some of these other things that have been here for quite some time, and I'm starting to see it a little bit more that I play this game. I didn't really notice it as much when I first started playing, but some of these bugs are pretty damn annoying. The audio is very inconsistent. It sounds great in multiplayer, but REDSEC, I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't know what's going on with the bloom and the hit reg. That needs to be addressed, like now, because Black Ops 7 is coming out soon. 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks. Figure it out.
And I'll be honest with you guys right now. I think Battlefield has a legitimate chance to overtake Call of Duty, but with the community how it is right now, it won't last long. The COD community, on the other hand, are just dumb sheep. Call of Duty can literally shove a spiked dildo up their player base's assholes without lube, twist it around some. That's terrible, I'm sorry, but I gotta get my point across here.
Wow.
They could do that, and then like a year will pass, and they'll do the bare minimum thing to get some goodwill, and then the Call of Duty players will lose their mind and start stroking the shaft like they're Jenna Jameson.
Man, he doesn't have a bad point there. Now this year's a little different. I will admit this. He is 100% correct saying that, for example, MW2 2022 to MW3 2023, when MW3 was talking about changes like bringing back the original radar, bringing back, a little bit faster movement that feels like Call of Duty, we gave him too much praise. I personally didn't, but a lot of people gave him praise like Call of Duty's back, Call of Duty's back. And yeah, the COD community is always like that. It's through the COD cycle. And within the next month or so, people are going to be bitching and complaining. Now this year's a little different, like I said. A lot of changes have been made. Things that are actually, stuff we have been screaming for how many years now, they're actually listening to. Now, is it because of us or is it because of Battlefield 6? I personally think it's because of Battlefield 6. If Battlefield 6 wasn't going to come out, I truly think Call of Duty would not make these changes. I guarantee you SBMM would still be railing our behind for the next year or next 10 years or whatever. But because Battlefield 6 is out, they're actually making a lot of changes. So I would understand, I do understand the hype that people have, including myself, for Black Ops 7, because it's a lot of good changes. I just hope that they stick. I hope Infinity Ward doesn't screw it. I hope Treyarch themselves don't screw it, but he does have a point there. We are not locked in as a community.
There's no middle ground between these communities. I find the Battlefield community to be fucking miserable Karens for the most part, and I find the COD community to be stupid sheep. Like, there are people in the middle. Like, look at these comments here. I don't want to just throw everyone under the bus in the Battlefield community. I think in my comment section, and I think a lot of people on the subreddit with some sense know that this stuff is just stupid as hell. Like, posts like this are just dumb as hell. Check this out. In response to that one thread with like 20,000 upvotes, it's the most ridiculous stuff ever. There's stuff like this. There are comments that feel how I'm feeling, Jarvis, I'm running low on karma. Chat GPT, make me a whiner post, stat. This sub is full of the most whiny people imaginable, OMG. I actually found this post through r/OKBuddyPTFO. Instant subscribe, this place is a joke, LOL. This person may not like, a lot of the stuff with the store or some of the skins, but he says, I'm sticking with Conquest and Breakthrough. I'm sticking with my camo-based skins. Play the game the way y'all want. I don't give a fuck about a Battle Royale, so I'm just not going to play that game mode. I don't give a fuck about their Battle Pass, so I'm just not going to buy it.
He's got a point, man, that I have to start, doing as well. I made a video yesterday talking about breakthrough casual or casual breakthrough, and a lot of people, probably you guys watching this video now, lost your minds, and some people, 50 plus people unsubscribed, a lot of people roasted the shit out of me. And they were just telling me, you don't have to play it, you don't have to. Now I have my reasons as to why I was upset about that, but at the end of the day, I do have to realize I don't need to play the casual mode if I don't like it. I don't need to. I don't need to play Battle Royale if I don't want to play Battle Royale. I don't need to buy the Battle Pass. I get that. It does get a little bit annoying, and there's reasons why things get called out. Like, if they're doing this Battle Pass, it's taking time away from them making changes to the game when they're actually focusing on the Battle Pass. That's why some people get upset by it. But this point from Jigglypuff343 Awooga is pretty valid.
This person posts a meme basically making fun of everyone that, is like calling the game out for having a store. Guys, it's 2025. Games are going to have battle passes and stores to feed the free content in the form of maps and guns that we get after the launch of the game. It's commonplace now. It's not a means to freak the fuck out.
And the Battlefield Battle Pass is very grounded, in my opinion. I understand why people are pissed off about Call of Duty's Battle Pass because it's nothing like what Call of Duty should be. It's wild, it's wacky, but Battlefield's is just, I don't think it's worth the money, but it's not like anything crazy. It's like just normal operator skins, normal, camos that are like whatever. It looks like Battlefield, at least to me. I don't know. I'm not a Battlefield player again, but it's not like Beavis and Buttheads running out there in Battlefield and blowing up buildings.
This Chad right here has one of the best threads I've ever seen on the subreddit. Like, start fully waiting for revives. It changed my whole gameplay experience. So I mainly started doing this as my beers ended up getting warm during matches. And I figured fully running out the revive timer was a good chance to relax. Yeah, it's a good idea. Normally I would wait a bit, but if there were no medics on screen showing as nearby, I would skip. Now I let it run out completely, even if no one is around me. The amount of times I see a medic sprint at me from 50 meters away to revive me with 0.1 seconds left is insane. I'm on the edge of my seat, nearly shouting, yes, yes, you got it, save my KD.
No way.
Honestly, makes the game more fun and gives a nice break.
You know damn well that guy has kids in the background while he's playing the game. He's like, oh, when I die, I'm gonna play with the kids. That's awesome, man. I picture myself doing that and just chilling there and just like, hey, if I get revived, I get playing. If it runs out, then I spawn in. That guy's a dad. I fucking love that. That's awesome.
This guy has a genuine good suggestion that I feel like may get overlooked, but he says, show EA we want support for Portal and not REDSEC. As far as I can tell, it's two different teams, but yes, I would love like more Portal-based maps or whatever. This guy writes a thread that says, I'm 34, played Battlefield 6 till 4 a.m. That should tell you something. All right, this is just my opinion, and I'm fully ready for the downvotes, but I honestly think people are way too harsh on Battlefield 6.
Okay.
The game's only been out for a month, and for the first time in years, I actually played until 4 a.m., and I'm 34 years old.
It's definitely a game that I can play for a long time. Call of Duty, I think it's because Battlefield 6 is more casual or more slower, I should say, where Call of Duty, you just get exhausted by all the movement and all the just brain rot that's in that.
That hasn't happened to me since the old BF3, BF4/BF1 days. I'm right there with them, man. I have like 85 hours played, and I don't game like I used to, where I just, no life stuff. This game's fun. I played more Battlefield 6 than I've played the last, 5 years of Call of Duty games combined.
Shit.
But the point of all this is that there are good apples here. There are genuine fans of the franchise, but then there are people that, I don't know what it is, man. Just a bunch of angry boomers that aren't good at the game anymore or something, or can't handle the fact that there's a battle pass now.
Man, it's crazy, man. I keep on seeing not just Blame Truth, but a lot of these content creators going after the so-called battle dads. And that is, I really feel like it's a term that's more used for rage bait to make people lose their mind in the comments for interaction. But man, dude, I don't know if I can. There's a lot of dads out there that I have played with who are beasts at this game. So I don't know if I could say that. It's just wild that he's going all in.
I don't know what it is, but it is like the polar opposite of the Call of Duty community, which in turn is still bad. Just it's bad in a different way. We need something in the middle. Call of Duty had genuine things that were just absolutely disgusting. Like genuine pay-to-win mechanics in their games. At one point in time, casino-based matchmaking, like pure and utter manipulation, gaslighting the community, etc., etc. And yet people just turned a blind eye to it and told me to stop complaining. Meanwhile, Battlefield 6 players are complaining that the game has a store, an optional store that they never have to enter. Like, there needs to be some middle ground. There are things that Battlefield 6 isn't doing right. Please call those out. Like I said, I missed that whole drone bug. I didn't know it was hurting Breakthrough and Rush.
Is that even fixed?
Like that so much. I don't know why DICE haven't disabled that, for example. That's something that should be criticized.
The
That's
biggest problem in the game is that it's a huge problem.
something that should be complained about. Not like the fact that the artwork for season 1 isn't up to snuff to your standards, and the game somewhat resembles Call of Duty because it made a better battle royale than Warzone. You know what I mean? Like,
It's a great battle
who gives
royale.
a shit, dude? But take a look at this and just look at how much momentum we have against Call of Duty here. I'm going to cover the stupid Circana numbers, which aren't actually numbers at all, but I want to cover it for context here, okay? Check this out. So Battlefield 6 on Steam is doing very well. This is after
Not many people like using Steam charts. I personally don't like using them that much, but these are very impressive numbers for Battlefield. I mean, obviously it's more of a PC game than console game, but to have, you know, an average of this is crazy. I know it's only a month after, or not even a month after the release, but it's looking pretty good.
after the release of REDSEC. I took this screenshot on Sunday, and I'm going to compare it to Call of Duty, which I also took a screenshot on a Sunday. But yeah, a very healthy player count. 563,989 24-hour peak players. If we compare that to Call of Duty, at 58,204 players, it's nearly 10 times the player count of Call of Duty on Steam. We can probably assume that it's like that as well on.
We do have to be honest, though. It's within the last, I mean, we literally have 10 days until the next, or 9 days until the next Call of Duty comes out. So, of course, not many people are going to be playing it.
The EA app versus Battle.net. Now, on console, it's a different story. The Circana numbers came out, which aren't numbers at all. It's just stupid fucking rankings. I want to see actual numbers, please. But regardless, this is before REDSEC even came out for Battlefield 6. So Battlefield 6 on PlayStation is number 7, and on Xbox, it's number 5.
I'll be honest, I thought these numbers were going to be higher. I personally don't really give a fuck about the numbers. I mean, play the game you want to play. But these were a little, you know, interesting to see that Battlefield 6 was so low. I thought more people would want to play it.
Very impressive considering the console most played list never really changes. Let's be honest here. It's a lot of free-to-play stuff and Grand Theft Auto 5, basically.
That's
and
true.
What makes this even more impressive is that Battlefield 6 is not releasing on old-gen hardware. Call of Duty, to my knowledge, Call of Duty, Roblox, Grand Theft Auto 5, all that stuff, and perhaps even the sports titles in Fortnite. You'll have to correct me there. I'm not sure. Let me actually Google that. Yeah, Fortnite's on old hardware as well. All this stuff is adding in the old gen people that refuse to upgrade or can't upgrade or whatever. And it's a sizable portion, guys. It's a big fucking portion of the player base. I think it's something like 40 to 50% of people on the PSN, like, you know, metrics here are still rocking old gen hardware.
Wow, if that's true, that's actually kind of crazy. If Battlefield 6 actually was on PlayStation 4 and older gens, same with Xbox, that number would probably be pretty high if it's actually 40 or 50% of the PSN numbers are still on old gen. That I did not know that. Holy shit.
So these numbers are not even apples to apples with Battlefield 6, especially considering that this is before REDSEC has even come out. It's incredibly impressive that this is just PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series S and X and not the old gen stuff. And it's, you know, up there with the ones that have the boost from the old gen hardware. It's really impressive on console. Now, I'm gonna make a bet here. I'm gonna make a bet here and say that Call of Duty, which is a number 2 now behind Fortnite, is not beating Battlefield 6 in player numbers by 10 times the amount like Battlefield 6 is beating Call of Duty on PC. I just do not buy that.
I don't think that many people are going to be on the Steam charts because a lot of people obviously are playing on Battle.net, playing on console. So you're not going to be able to see the true numbers, but they'll probably only get a couple 100,000 when the game launches on Steam. But it's you can't really compare the two. I personally, after a while, I've started to just stop comparing the two because it's not the same. There's just other things that, you know, or other places that people play Call of Duty, especially Call of Duty, and I don't like using the numbers that much anymore.
For all measurable metrics, it appears Battlefield 6 is still beating out Call of Duty. And this is why I want Battlefield to continue to kick Call of Duty's ass, or at the very least, be a competitor, okay?
The best thing about Battlefield 6 being a competitor, excuse me, is obviously we're seeing a lot of changes to Call of Duty already because of Battlefield 6's success. I don't care about the numbers right now. Obviously, it's a new game. The game hasn't even been out for a month. Let's look at the numbers in February and March, and if the numbers are still good for Battlefield 6, then obviously they're doing something right. We have to see as they do more updates. They have to fix a lot of bugs. A lot of people are getting very upset about that. We're going to see how they deal with this whole community situation in regards to the Battle Royale that a lot of people are upset about and other things. And then I feel like we compare the two, because, you know, even in February and March, Call of Duty, even last year, was dead by January, February. We'll see this year if Black Ops 7 is a lot better. There's supposed to be a lot of content in that game.
I want them to be a competitor because everyone wins.
Yes.
You guys think I like playing shitty Call of Duty games every year? Yeah, no. Black Ops 7 is boring as sin, but it's not bad. I don't think it's bad after these matchmaking changes. It remains to be seen with the full launch at least. But we're finally getting what we want as a Call of Duty community because of Battlefield. So please, all the miserable fucks on the Battlefield 6 subreddit and in the Battlefield 6 community, shut the fuck up and complain about things that will actually improve your game, okay? Complain about the things that I have been complaining about in Call of Duty, which magically got fixed as soon as they got their ass kicked. Imagine that. The reason that happened wasn't necessarily because of me calling it out, because no one else really did either. Me and like 5 other people did, yeah, but...
Am I one of those 5 people, Blade Truth? Am I one of them? Oh, man, oh, man.
The community as a whole just let it happen year after year after year. Oh, but lo and behold, there's another option now. There's a competitor taking money out of Activision Blizzard's pockets. Then they get their ass in gear.
That's kind of pathetic, though. I'm going to be honest with you, man. I don't really understand that from a business perspective. I run a business with my father. I could never imagine only changing the way I do my thing, the way I do my business, just because I have a competitor. I would want to be the best I could be for my customers, for the people using my product or using my service, no matter what, whether I'm the only person there or whatever. It just doesn't make sense to me why Activision was like that. But hey, at least we got it now. Better late than never, I guess, huh? For some people, it's too late.
I do not want to see Battlefield 6 lose this war because the community fucks it up. I just don't want to see that. And I think anyone with a brain will agree that we need to start complaining about the things that actually matter. I can get on board with complaining about certain skins and giving your feedback there, because skins are sort of like a subjective thing, right? I don't mind the blue stuff, but maybe other people do. Fine. I don't really care either way, man. I'm playing a first-person shooter. I don't really care what I look like necessarily.
Yes.
I just want to get in and enjoy the gameplay of Battlefield. You know what I mean? But regardless, guys, I am out of time. I've pretty much switched full board to just playing Battlefield. I have so little interest in Call of Duty this year. I'll check it out. But
great video from Blade Truth, man. Dude was talking his shit, and it was, you know, what I expected him to say. He said what he wanted to say. Clearly, he's just more worried about Battlefield 6, listening to some of these people within the Battlefield 6 community who are bitching about the things that aren't really as important as just making the game better. I totally understand it. I totally get it. But man, we gotta be real. Both communities have these type of people. Both communities are toxic. Both communities are just losing their mind over the littlest shit. And honestly, I've been there. I've done it myself. I have to put that out there. I have to make sure I look in the mirror and say, Rick, you've done this shit too. So I can't, you know, make fun of everybody else. But man, some people lose their mind over, you know, how green a skin is when it's barely green. I don't know, man. It is what it is. But let me know what you guys think. Do you agree with Blame Truth? Do you disagree? I would love to know your thoughts in the comment section below. Make sure you guys hit that like button if you made it all this way. Holy hell, you're the GOAT. Other than that, subscribe if you have not already. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.